We start tonight with a closer look at the flooding in Missouri. For that, I'm joined by Cindy Erickson, CEO of the American Red Cross of Eastern Missouri, which serves the city of St. Louis and 62 surrounding counties, an area of more than 4 million people. Cindy Erickson, take us more broadly. Assess what the situation is now in the entire region.
Right. So the American Red Cross, first of all, our hearts just go out to the families who lost everything this holiday season. The Red Cross, we've got a number of shelters that we've opened up throughout Missouri as well as in Illinois, providing residents just with a safe place to stay, a warm place. We're providing them with comfort kits and meals, and we've got a game area for kids. A lot of times when you're in a disaster situation, you're evacuating very quickly, you forget some of the essential things that you need. And so the Red Cross is there. We had a family the other night that came in, an older couple, and the gentleman actually didn't have his dialysis for that day. And so our Red Cross nurse was able to help get him to that life-sustaining treatment that he needed.
What is the biggest challenge? People who are literally homeless, driven from their homes, people who are in need of health services, or people who are just bewildered about what happens next?
Well, you know what? It's a little bit about all of that because unlike flooding, it's very different. So when you have tornadoes, the tornado comes in, it hits, and you know what the disaster is. In flooding, it's so different because you're waiting for the water to recede. Families, a lot of stress because they're waiting to get back into their homes. They can't yet because it's not safe. Or they're also waiting that possibly their homes could be flooded because they're in a floodplain area. So it's just really a lot of stress. And so the Red Cross, I mean, our priority, providing those basic needs of food, shelter, and clothing. And then as was mentioned, then that next step is starting to recovery. And the quicker we can get people into recovery and to start to get back to that normal life, that's when healing really starts to take place.
Let me ask you and Scott Bartholomew as well, starting with you, Cindy Erickson. How does this compare to other disasters in terms of magnitude in this region?
You know what, this has just been incredible. Many have compared it to the '93 flood, and for the American Red Cross, it certainly is a huge disaster because it's just not in one area. It's in multiple areas. And so the Red Cross, I mean, we plan for disasters 365 days a year, 24/7. Over 90% of our workforce are volunteers, and so we're able to deploy at a moment's notice. So to be able to stand up a dozen shelters within a couple days is pretty remarkable of the community and the community's resilience.
Cindy Erickson, Scott Bartholomew, thank you very much.